So Andy Bryant now not able to start up front.
Or are we going late to staging here? I didn't hear.
Since he needed a push start, not able to go underneath his own power, he's going to give up P1 and start dead last.
Congratulations on your qualifying, son. We present to you the rear of the field.
Well, like Jason Persley again,
man.
You want to win this, obviously.
Yeah.
But bigger picture.
That's right. So Shadron will be on the pole, and that'll bump Tyler Kidwell, one of the big benefactors right there, up to that front row, where he'll have a little more say in how he gets his race started instead of what's being dictated to him by that row in front of him.
So Shadron Turner, new J2 chassis, KSE power plant, 11 tracks he's won at this year, 28 total victories on the season.
Been a machine. And that Troy Witt and their crew and all the people around that out of the Kansas City area. He's from St. Joe, but team based out of the Kansas City area, just awesome. Seen them travel more than they've ever traveled before. They've run up front, and Shadron's a heck of a race car driver. And that team and this car and the program all around it all just has gelled all year.
And this after a year last year where he only won 11, I say only,
You're right.
only won 11 races. Can it be number 29 tonight? Green is in the air, and we're underway at the Summit Nationals. Mitchell Franklin, who had a good run in his heat race earlier, he's up to third in the middle of a three-car battle. Shadron Turner has been able to pull away from TK. Kidwell 2 car lengths behind him. Again, 2 distinct lines starting to shape up. Shadron Turner uses the bottom of the track, Tyler Kidwell to the top, and now Mitchell Franklin, who was running middle, securely up in third, slides down in front of Ryan Gilmore.
So it'll be Shadron Turner at the line, Mitchell Franklin, Reese Solander. As Gilmore is off the pace, the 66 of Ryan Gilmore has pulled to the infield, and Gilmore's night is completed. We have another one up in the top of 1 and 2 pulling off the speedway. Andy Bryant as well is done. So that was not a lap for the heavy hitters right there. That was a tough circle around the racetrack. Shadron Turner, your leader.
So Andy Bryant off, the Fort Scott Flyer, the 2016 B-Mod Ironman champ and the youngest ever B-Mod national champ in 2015. His night is done. Ryan Gilmore, former champ himself, as Gila Monster won it all back in 2017. His night is done. And Chris Jackson starting to work through the field. He's the middle of that three-car sandwich. Slater on the outside. He's worked his way up, and he's knocking on the door to the top 5.
So Jackson will go right to the middle between Solander and Franklin. Directly behind them, it'll be the 19 of Kyle Slater. And Solander trying to take sole possession of that third spot. That third spot is hotly contested right now. Solander will take it by a car length that time. By Jackson out of the inside of Franklin, and Slater up to the top side. Good stuff right here.
Jackson a nose out in front of Mitchell Franklin. Drifts up high. He's going to get a push from Kyle Slater on his back bumper. Up front, Shadron Turner now starting to see some more action in his rearview mirror. There's a good 5 car lengths behind him with Tyler Kidwell, and then another 3 car lengths to Reese Solander. Now Solander's dropped off. Chris Jackson's gotten that spot, so KJ, who started back in 8th, is up 5 spots to 3rd.
Kind of where you probably expect Chris Jackson to be, right? Like pushing right up through the field no matter where you start any given night here at Wheatland. Those wins go through the 65 more times than they don't.
7-time champ here, national champ a couple of times as well. Won it in 2018, 2020, was second a season ago. And now Chris Jackson out in front of Tyler Kidwell. He's got second. Question now is, at the midway point, 9 down, 9 to go. Even if we don't get a caution, does Chris Jackson have anything for Shadron Turner? But how about John Sheets, who is up to 3rd? He's having one well of a run. He started outside the top 10 and 11th, and now he is up to 3rd.
Sheets right there to the back bumper of Chris Jackson with Shadron Turner still your leader. That is the Best race so far between the 65 and the 8S. Now Sheets will pull in the tire tracks, the 65 of Jackson back to the top side as they work through 3 and off 4 and hit the main straightaway.
Chris Jackson right now is probably wondering why he made 2 J2 race cars as bad fast as they are, because he's looking out his front windshield, and those 2 cars right there are both J2s.
Sheets now making a push for the lead right here. How about it, Nevada, Missouri? John Sheets, brand new leader, that time by with 7 laps to go.
From 11th to 1st, and Chris Jackson will follow suit. He saw where the 8 was finding a lot of speed. He will follow that tire track as well and get around Shadron Turner. Middle of the track, low side is Turner, middle is KJ, and up top is John Sheets, who now has a half a second lead over Chris Jackson.
Kidwell 4th, Solander 5th, and 6th will be the 56H of Brandon Hare. Joe Chisholm right outside of that group of race cars back there. Kyle Slater, the 19 on the inside. Slater running in 7th, Chisholm in 8th. Brian McGowan runs in 9th in the 22. Completing your top 10 is a 7 of Gabe Hodges.
John Sheets used to run in a modified. He won at Lucas Oil Speedway every single year from 2013 to 2019. That year, he finished 7th in the points with 2 wins. Did not get a win in 2020. Did not get a win in 2021. Switched to a B-Mod. He did not have a win here this year. Will tonight be the night? It won't be a points-paying race as far as Lucas Oil Speedway is concerned, but it would be a big night for him. Chris Jackson going to have something to say about it as they'll get the white flag this time by.
Boy, this will be a pretty interesting run right here to the checkers. How hard does Chris Jackson push, and what does John Sheets have left in the tank? 1 more left.
Going to have to be a perfect lap for the Super 8. He continues to run right up on the cushion on Razor's Edge. One little bobble and Chris Jackson will look to capitalize. He pulls right up on the back bumper. Now KJ dive bombs into turn 3. Slide job, crossover by John Sheets, goes right back to the inside, and Sheets will win by 2 car lengths over Chris Jackson. Chris Jackson did what he had to do, Trenton. He had one last step.